Grovelly Forest, Grovelly Wood as it is now, but used to be a royal forest, um, which is one of the reasons why so many antiquities survived here, because there were special laws about land use. And let's face it, up here, who fancies bringing up a plough this far up above the village? But here we have an even more ancient village up here on top of the hill. Must have been pretty cold here. It's called Ebbsbury. I'll try and find out what Ebb stands for. Bury obviously is Börja, which is Old English for fortified settlement or boundary settlement, and it certainly is that. Very organic looking, sort of ramparts or platforms for a village. Well, probably, it's town size really. It shows the size of this shows the wealth of probably Romano-British or Iron Age, I would have thought. But I'm going to go back and check on the internet later on. What I'm going to do is put my thoughts together and see if I'm right. I'm going to, take a stab at what I see based on my knowledge. If I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. I'm only a civilian. But if when I get back and have a look at what the heritage record says, and I'm wrong, I'm happy to correct it. But just as a thought exercise, a way of experiencing the landscape, I can say, put my ideas and my knowledge to the test. That was marked on the OS map quite strangely. It gives the impression that there's a tiny little hill fort inside this wood that I'm going through now, and on the outside is some sort of Iron Age village, when in fact it seems to be one massive Iron Age hill fort. So it's less of an anomaly. Put my teeth back in. It's less of an anomaly than I initially thought looking at the map. So it is an Iron Age hill fort. The settlement outside it is Iron Age, and yes, I'm glad I came up here. It's very refreshing to have a look. There's nothing too complicated about it. The local paths still go through it, still follow so there's like a holloway that goes down to the village by the side of the river and the train station. So it looks like there was those ancient ways are still there, still in existence for obviously for a reason. It was important to go up this way for some reason, and yes, so that's could have been economic, could have been cultural. So we've solved that. That's within reason. If I get home and find on the heritage register it's not Iron Age, I shall eat my hat. But otherwise, I think that's solved. This is behind me is the Roman Road. There's not much to see. I didn't expect much, but it is. I'd estimate about um, 12 feet, 13, 14 feet across, with ditches either side. It's only a slight hump in the landscape, but it definitely is here, and you can see from the footage I've just taken a minute ago that there's a path that's very, very straight. There's a path that's very, very straight, and what must have happened is that this road got so out of into such disrepair. People went to the side, still went along the same route, but didn't go over the broken cobblestones. As the stone spread, it would have been far more comfortable to go across mud in your wagons and on your horses. But nonetheless, the route would have been established. Common. It would have been a common right, public right to use, and it's why a lot of Roman roads their modern day equivalents are right next to them. But anyway, so that's the Roman road. So that's another antiquity. We found it. It definitely looks like that to me, and we've got to look for the Poulton stone next. Let's see if we can find it. I've just spoken to a villager, somebody from a local who's never heard of it. So let's see if we can find it. This footpath follows the Grimsdyke, named in the Langford Charter as Grimsdyke. Grim being one of two things: one, somebody who's hooded in Old English, or two, the god Woden, and but it's only the Langford Charter that does it. The other charters just call it a ditch, but it does seem pretty old. I have to see if I can find out what sort of period it was dug. So I couldn't find the Poulton stone. That's a shame. That's mentioned in a charter as Puntelstane, which G.B. Grundy says is the diminutive of the name Punt, and it's also mentioned in perambulations of the forest later on in the Middle Ages, various names similar to Puntelstane, Poulton, all this sort of stuff. So couldn't find it. I looked in there were two crossings of there's one part where three boundaries met. That'd be the ideal location. I had a look, scoured the ground, couldn't find anything. There's another, about 100 yards to the right, there's another bit where two boundaries met. I had a look there, that would have been ideal. I did find a boundary ditch, but no Puntelstane. So yes, that was a complete waste of time. Grundy does say it was there, but it was, the rest of it, the rest of the phrase was talking about the past, which I interpreted as being the ancient past. But anyway, so I thought it'd be worth coming and have a look. Couldn't find it, so I'm off to Grovely Castle now, and we'll see how see what we've got to see over there.